Once you've created all of your journal entries, posted to your ledger, it's time to take that trial balance. And again, please make sure you put a year. Okay. Now, in this book, they $ trial balances. Okay. I was always taught you do not $ trial balances at all because it is not one of your financial statements. It is just a working form. Okay. If you choose to use $, that is fine. Make sure each column starts with $. Make sure your columns end with $. If you choose not to do them, then you just would not put any $. Okay. On your trial balance, you go from the general ledger, write down every account in order, and then write in the balance. Now, if you've noticed on here, cash was affected a lot. Okay. Cash went in, cash went out, cash went out, cash went in, cash went out, and out. Notice that there's a balance after every posting. Keep a running balance. Don't just have a balance at the beginning and a balance at the end, but you're going to take that ending balance and place it on the correct side. Okay. Now again, if you want to put some lines in to try to keep everything in order, that's fine, but erase them afterwards. I don't want to see lines on any of your forms. Okay. So, and right now they're showing you accounts receivable as a zero balance. Okay. Normally, if there's not a balance, you leave that account off. But this is just so that you can actually see that accounts receivable is an account and that there is a zero balance. Okay. Put all of your debit balances on the debit side, all of your credit balances on the credit side, and make sure you add your label when you add them up that these are your totals, and your totals must match. Okay. If they match, double underline. Okay. Also, don't forget at the very end, draw your line, and notice that the line is on the same line for both the credit and the debit. Okay, don't put a line up above the last one. That's not what you need to do. You need to just draw a line across the bottom. Okay, so this one's a no. Then from there, once you know your trial balance matches, you are in balance, you can go on and create your financial statements. Your income statement for the month ended, remember, put a date. Your revenues, your haircutting service revenues. Now notice there's only one revenue, so we just need to have that. We don't need to have total revenues. If we had more than one revenue, then yes, we would need total revenues. Operating expenses or just expenses, label each one by the name on the chart of accounts. Total operating expenses, subtract the difference. Our revenues were more than our expenses, so we had net income. From there, create your statement of owner's equity. Again, brand new business, so there's no balance to start with. So we start out with a zero, plus the investment by owners, plus the net income that you found from the income statement. Add them together to the zero balance. Again, looks kind of funny, but it makes sense once you have an actual balance in here later on. Minus the withdrawals. Do not put the withdrawals over here. It's just one amount, so line them up. Okay. And again, put your years. For your J-Worthy Capital August 1st, J-Worthy Capital August 31st. And the reason why I'm really working on the years is because we're going to see in Chapter 3 that businesses run not necessarily on a calendar year, but their fiscal year could be a 12-month period that starts in June or starts in September. So part of it's going to be in one year and part of it's going to be in another year to see in a full year statement. Okay, once we've found the capital balance on your statement of owner's equity for the end of the period. Then it's time to create your balance sheet. List all of your assets. On your very last asset, draw your line, add them up. Liabilities, there was only one liability, so notes payable, and then the capital amount that you used right here, and then the totals should balance out. If they do, double underline. Start off each column with a dollar sign, end each column with a dollar sign. Okay. This balance sheet that you're looking at right now is called a T account balance sheet. Okay. You won't see this one for too much longer. We're going to get more into the actual report form of a balance sheet. Okay, folks, if you have any questions, please let me know.